Hello there, this is Ty the Movie Guy, and I want to wish everyone a very happy new year, but I'm still thinking about 2023. So today, we are going to rank every MCU project from 2023, and spoiler alert, most of them weren't that good. Kicking off our list at number 7, we have the I Am Groot shorts, and I almost didn't even include this one because I almost forgot about it, but I guess you have to consider it an MCU project from this year, but it's easily in last place just because it doesn't have any plot to it. It doesn't really lead to anything in the MCU. It's really nothing. It's like meant for children. And, you know, if I was like 10 or under, I'd probably think it was okay. I'd think it was like, you know, the Pixar shorts that I grew up on. But, you know, they're just these lame little Groot shorts that like could have been something cooler, could have like been attributed to a better project, but you know, it didn't take that much to really make, so it's there, but yeah, it's easily coming in last place. In 6th place, we have Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and this one was just so disappointing because the trailer had us all super hyped with introducing like the legit Kang, the one who was going to be like the bad guy of the Avengers, and it just had a serious tone, and like the Elton John song was cool, and it was just looked so good, but really wasn't. It's been confirmed that the ending was reworked like months or weeks before the movie actually came out, and they definitely changed it for the worst. Like they really should have like had Kang escape, and then one of the good guys got stuck in the quantum realm or something like that, but instead they did the opposite. You know, Kang was defeated and they all escaped, and it was just so safe and then so goofy with MODOK, and then the quantum realm doesn't even look that good. It really just looks like one of the Spy Kids movies. So this one has to be in second last just because it looked so good from the trailers and then was so disappointing. In 5th place, we have The Marvels, and this one just came out like a couple months ago and I still don't even remember what really happened. It was just so forgettable with like a bunch of like characters that I don't really care about, and then the main villain was also probably one of the worst MCU villains ever, and it really it didn't need to be made at all. Like it was just so forgettable, and the only cool part was like Beast at the end, and it sucks that like it really just feels like Marvel's like, oh no, this movie's gonna suck. Oh, what do we do? Let's put X-Men in it, and that's really what it feels like. They knew it was gonna be bad, so they kind of just put in a little bit of a tease or a cameo for us just to like get people to watch the movie.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm just here to keep the fans interested for another year.
And I didn't really expect much, and I didn't get much, so that's why it's a little bit above Ant-Man and the Wasp, because I feel like I expected a lot from that movie and then didn't get much, but for this one, I got what I was expecting, which wasn't much. In 5th place, we have Secret Invasion. And this one's kind of frustrating because watching the first 5 episodes, I was actually really digging it. I was digging the serious tone it had compared to more recent projects we've been getting lately. I'm like, oh, okay, I like this. They're not joking around. But now that I think about it, I can't even really remember what happened in those first 5 episodes. But of course I remember the 6th episode and how bad it was with like the stupid boss battle and making the 2 characters OP and just giving them like every MCU power there is. I remember the bad stuff, and then I remember liking the first part but also forgetting it. So yeah, it's frustrating. I really wanted to like it. This is such a cool concept, but it just kind of fell flat. And definitely watch Peacemaker instead. Peacemaker did this concept right. In 3rd place, we have What If Season 2. And this one's got a couple pretty decent episodes. I really liked the Ego episode where he fought the Avengers in the 80s. That was probably my favorite episode. And then I also really liked the Hela and Odin and Wenwu episode. That one was pretty solid. And then I liked the 1600s episode, the medieval one. I thought that was really cool. And then all the other ones were kind of just, why do we need this? Like they were very heavy on Captain Carter in this season, and lots of people have brought that up already, but I really agree with that, how they were just obsessed with Captain Carter, and it was just really weird. Like we could have just explored other characters and stuff like that. We didn't need that much Captain Carter. And then I also wasn't a big fan of this new Kahori character, because why are we creating a brand new character when there's like so many established MCU characters that we could do what if scenarios with, and just make bring in new comic characters? Why do we have to make like a completely new character? I thought that was also really weird, and she was also really overpowered, and same with Captain Carter towards the finale, but good thing they're in a different multiverse or whatever. I really didn't like both those characters and how much they were crammed into like the finale and just their episodes and everything, but I like the Ego episode, I like the Hela episode, and I like the Medieval episode. So still pretty frustrating and whatever, especially because What If is such a cool concept and there's like so many cool ideas they could do, and then we just get like characters we've never even heard of and characters we've already gotten before. Like, we still haven't got what if the other half of the universe survived the snap. That's what I really want to see. So hopefully we'll get that in season 3. So it's still pretty disappointing, but like, since each episode is kind of separate from each other, the bad episodes don't drag down the good episodes, and that's why it comes in number 3. In second place, we have Loki season 2, and this was a pretty solid season. I specifically really like the finale where Loki becomes a literal god and he's like grabbing branches of the timeline and pulling it all together. That was really, really cool to me. Just seeing like a long time MCU character become this powerful was really, really cool to see. And then I really loved all of these characters were pretty cool, especially Obi was a great character. I love seeing Ki-Hei Kwan, and I really want that guy to succeed. So just any project with him in it gets me pretty excited for it. But this does have some downsides to it. I just thought this season was pretty confusing to me, at least, and just also kind of forgettable. Like, I remember episode 1 was kind of just retconning what they established in the cliffhanger of season 1, and then episode 2 I don't really remember much. Episode 3 was the 1800s episodes, and then 4 and 5 were really confusing too, and then 6 was really good. So it had some good and some bad, but it's still way better than everything I've been talking about previously. And easily coming in first place, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. This is just such a great send-off to these characters that we've known for almost 10 years now. And it's like the only project on this whole list that I'm like very positive with, and I don't have many major problems with it. I enjoyed like the whole thing. And yeah, I love it so much. It just feels like the good old days of the MCU, and we were really expecting a character to die, but they managed to not kill anyone, but still have a very sad, bittersweet ending with all of them splitting off, going their separate ways. And it was the most personal Guardians movie just because of how much they care about each other and how much they wanted to save Rocket. And the villain was great. High Evolutionary was great. I wish we got more of him. He was just that good. It was just a solid MCU movie that felt like the good old days, and that's why it comes in number 1. We need more movies like this. So there's my list. It was a very disappointing year, let's be honest. For me personally, Guardians was like the only movie that I was actually like generally positive about. So that's just disappointing, and I have high hopes for this year now because we don't really have too many projects. So I think they're really going for quality over quantity, which I'm really happy with. Like, all we really got is Deadpool 3 and then Echo, which comes out tomorrow, which I'm pretty excited for with the mature theme to it. So I'm really hoping less projects means better quality. So stay tuned for my thoughts on those future projects, and farewell.